What the hell? Good evening, one and all. Very warm welcome. Running a couple of minutes late, which for us is actually pretty astounding, isn't it? It's pretty good. It's normally my fault. We're going to blame an RTA tonight and James for being slightly on the drag. But the RTA is this thing. I was just trying to put a coil in it and I had a spring fly across the room. So I can't even... I'm glad I didn't try and do it live. That would have been good.
Told you.
And Kieron told me.
There would be so many replays just for that one moment. Like, oh, here's pinging, I hear some going, fuck.
I don't even know where it went. It's such a tiny spring, but you say there's a spare one in the bag, Kieron.
Yeah, there's spare ones in the bag. You won't find it. I couldn't find mine one either when I first did it.
Oh, is your sound lagging on the screen? Yes, it is.
Whose? Mine?
Yeah, your mouth's going, but your sound isn't.
That is a little bit for me as well.
Yeah, you aren't too bad, James.
Yeah.
1 second, I think it might be on the wrong microphone. Kieron talking.
Yeah, you're delayed, Kieron. I don't know why. I've never had delayed before. Oh, and he's back. No, now we can't hear you at all. We're going to carry on. What? Professional.
Oh, he's unplugged his mic.
Professional outfit we are. Anyway, let's say good evening to one or two people in chat. Very warm welcome, as I say, on this Pancake Day today, isn't it?
Yep.
Pancake Day. Be more tossers than usual around, wouldn't there?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Mick King, good evening to you. John Vaping Joker, evening to you. And same again. Daniel, evening Daniel, first banner.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that better?
And your mouth is in motion with it. Perfect.
Yeah, it was the wrong microphone, sorry.
Oh, I don't
That just makes it work.
It's perfect now. That's good. Excellent stuff.
There we go.
Vaping Snowman. I don't think I said that. Vaping Stone, evening to you. Evening, Kieron. Yeah, you're in chat as well.
I am.
Adrian Mason. Evening, Adrian. Mr. Intense. Pulled and by. Mark Trigwell. Evening, Mark. Adrian Mason. Murray Robertson. Evening to you. Gary Watson. Good evening. Rufus. Evening, Rufus. Hope you're well. Phoenix Vapes, evening. Adrian again. Haircuts all round. Yeah, I had one. I had a severe one.
I did too.
Yeah, you've had one too. Kieron went for a short back and buff. Did you, Kieron?
I did. Get ready to join the forces over in Ukraine.
Your hair always looks the same, Kieron. How often do you have yours cut? About once a fortnight?
I do it myself, yeah. Once a fortnight.
Do you?
Yeah.
All that money saved on haircuts.
Well, I didn't used to. I used to have it quite long, but then when the lockdown came down originally and the hairdressers all closed, I just started shaving it. And since then I thought, let's just carry on. It's easier.
You're lagging again now. Why would you be lagging again now? Why has it done that?
I have no idea. My Wi-Fi is okay.
It's the Russians.
Yeah, could be.
Don't mention the Russians. How do we get from haircut to Russians? Value Custard, evening to you. Yeah, nice haircut, James McTavish from Mr. Intense. Tam Dare, evening Tam Dare. Evening lads, hope you're doing well. Searching all week to try and find the Aegis Squonk, but no luck. All right, no, I haven't got them.
I even tried to help him myself and no luck whatsoever. So if there's anyone in chat that knows where Tam can find an Aegis Squonk, would you please send them the link?
There you go. There you go. Justin, evening to you, Justin. Jezza Gates, evening Jezza Gates. Love the Ukrainian flag. Thank you, Jezza. We'll probably touch on that later. I don't want to make it like some political broadcast, but hard not to talk about it, and I've got some very strong views on it all as well, as probably a lot of people have. Yeah. Guy Stewart, evening Guy. Albert, evening Albert. Adrian says that Amazon gets them occasionally for Tam, for his Aegis. Swirling Monk, evening Swirling Monk. Graham, Ali Fira. Did Naturevape have shipping to Iraq? No, I'm afraid not. No, some people do use Amerex when they want to ship overseas as a shipping forwarder. So if that was a genuine question, that's how you can get around it. Cut my own hair, more pennies for vape gear. Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. We're at the bottom. And Tam says thank you to James. So, James, what are you vaping on?
Well, I'm on the Valkyrie, on the Wrinkle Mantle Beast again. And in that, I have got some Yeti Candy Cane. I'm just plowing my way through this. I'm also on the Artemis 2 on the Atocha.
Yeah, we got. Remind me to mention about the Artemis 2 and what has actually happened there.
Yes, because I would also like to know. It's been a bit of an odyssey. So I've got that on the Atocha as well, and inside that I have got some Grime Lime Slushy from Primal. And that's me. I'll pass it over to Kieron.
I was watching my camera. Am I still lagging or not?
Yep. Completely. Try unplugging your mic and plugging it in again, because that worked last time.
Right, go for you. I'll come back to me.
He's gone. We'll do me. What?
You could just input Jesus fuck, Jesus fuck.
This is going to be an MF, isn't it? It's going to be a meltdown.
I'm sure you can still hear me.
Yeah, we can still hear you. We should have said no, shouldn't we, James? We missed that, didn't we? No.
I know you can. I can see the green bar going up and down.
It's going to sound like Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares in a minute. Why is it not fucking bad?
No,
we can hear you. We just can't see you.
That could be a blessing.
That could be a blessing, yeah.
Wow.
Right, okay. Would you like me to say what I'm vaping on, Kieron?
Yeah, you carry on.
Carry on. Moving along. Nothing to see here, literally. Right, I am vaping on. I'm still on the Slim. Slim and Slim. 2 Slims. I've been absolutely destroying these things. The puff counter on them, one's 3,641 and the other one is 7,291. So I don't know if you can see our green screen in it, so you can't see it, but I could put it on.
That's all right.
So a total of 10,000 puffs on these things, and they're not the original pods. I've put, a bit like Trigger's broom. I won't say it's the same one, different heads and different handles. But, I've changed the pods. I reckon they last, I'm going to say about probably half of this, probably about 1,500 puffs. That's Kieron is joining. Let's see if Kieron, you're back. Is
that better?
Yeah. I was just saying, Kieron, that I'm still on the Slim, and the 10,000 puffs I've had combined on these two. But I was saying the pods, I think, last around about 1,500 puffs, I would think.
I've still got mine that you sent me the other day somewhere. I've not put it in there yet.
Have you not tried it yet?
No, because mine are at work, aren't they? I always keep them in my locker. I don't really vape them during the day.
You're a lot of ventriloquist, Kieron.
Oh, shut up.
Honest, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
last week,
you're talking and your mouth isn't moving.
Shut up. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, we'll just have to get used to... Oh, he's gone again. Oh, God. This used to be you, James. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm giving them all the patience and the love in the world to make it work.
So I am also on... I was recommended to try Is this the one everyone was saying? The Caliburn G?
Yes, that's the one.
That is the one. Caliburn G. So I bought one. No one sent me one, despite the fact they said they were going to send me one, didn't they? But I bought one.
Huh? Not to throw his name under the bus, but I think it was Jay.
Was it Jay? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Well, I purchased one, and I have to say, yes, it is pretty good. Yeah. Is it as good as the Slim? I don't think it is. It's not far behind, but I don't think it's as good. But I can understand why people suggested I should try it, because yes, it is good, but it's not as good as that, in my opinion.
Well, there you go.
In my opinion. What I like about this, probably more than the Caliburn, although this airflow is pretty okay for me in this Caliburn, you can adjust it on the Slim, which you can't on this, I don't think. If you can, I haven't found it. No, you can't. So, but other than that, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. Someone's asked if it's the G2 that you've got, or is it the original Caliburn G?
Well, I guess it's probably the original G, because it doesn't say G2. What's the difference?
I can't remember.
Why don't they just call it something else so we all know what things are? Honestly, doesn't that get on your tits?
Went to the I get what you mean. They could have literally went to the next letter in the alphabet.
Yeah.
The Caliburn G, this is the Caliburn F, this is the Caliburn H. You know, they could have done something, but...
Could have done something, couldn't they?
Yeah.
So, someone's going to say, no, you got the wrong one. That one's shit.
Because it was our Daniel that said, that, is it the G2 or is it the 1?
Done bloody work.
That's why I was asking. Jay says the Caliburn G2, so the one after the one you've got has got the adjustable airflow.
Okay. I assume the same coils.
Please, someone in chat tell them it's the same coils, because if not, I'm going to hide under
it's not this thing somewhere across the room.
He's destroyed his green screen behind him. He's going into a rage. Oh, good God. Oh, God.
I'm not having a lot of luck tonight, am I? Spring pinging off an RTA and that as well. Right, I am also on my little trusty dot mod with the Pioneer inside. That's got the jazzy little panels on. And actually, in all these, I'm on my this green screen. You know, it has its disadvantages.
It's not that bad. I can see it. It's just the liquid's got bricks in it.
It's the black currant raspberry and lime that I mix myself at a 9 milligram strength.
I'm just laughing. I'm vaping on bricks.
Vaping on the bricks. Also on a billet box with the new RTA, which is coming out from Ambition Mods. Bloody green battery now. Looks like I've got a battery in it. Right.
It's powered by the wishes and the drive to vape.
Oh, I put a green battery wrap on there, and it looks like it's just got nothing in there. Anyway, trust me.
It uses my dreams to vape. Oh, hello, Double Vapor.
Dean, it wouldn't vape if it didn't have a battery in, would it? So, there you go. Kieron's back.
That's very true.
Kieron's back. Right, well...
Here he is.
Okay.
Any better?
Well, I don't know. We're just falling apart at the seams here. The wheel's falling off. I just held up my battery, Kieron, in the billet box because it's got a green battery wrap on it. Right, and I think that is all. I'm actually got the mod 2 here as well, but I think that is pretty much all I'm vaping on. I bought the wrong Caliburn. I should have bought the G2, Kieron, so I got that wrong as well.
Right.
Other than that, perfect. 10 out of 10 I got, I think. Not.
I was just pleading my chat. Tell them it's the same coils because Somebody said it is the same coils. Thank Christ for that.
It is.
I can take
good.
I can take my tin hat off and my flat jacket off now.
So it's only the airflow then. So I guess, you know, performance, it would be pretty similar. I think probably why people like this more is because it takes a coil. You replace just the coil, not the whole pod. But to be honest, I found it quite nice because I take these to work. You get crud and gunk and that inside the pod. It's actually quite nice to bin that and get a nice fresh one out when you do change it. So it's quite good. Anyway, that's me done. Kieron, if your mic works, tell us what you're vaping on.
Does it work?
Yep.
Is it lagging? Oh God!
It is.
I will dishonor you and your family. Oh, good God.
I don't know
so
why.
The story is last week in the storm, we lost the Wi-Fi anyway, which was there was no show last week. And it looks like it's still not working properly even now.
Are you connected direct, are you? To your...
Yeah, connected via the wire. Yeah, it's been funny all week.
We can hear you, okay, Kieron. So the fact that your lips don't move with your voice, it doesn't really matter, does it?
It matters to me.
Mm.
Stupid thing. You see, it says here my Wi-Fi signal is fine.
I don't know if you've changed the setting then or anything.
No. Shouldn't be anything to change.
I don't think there's anything I can do. If it was wrong my end, it'd be wrong for James as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It's not you. It's my end, so it's not quite right here.
Someone in chat might have an idea what it is for you. Someone more technical than us.
I'm not technical at all.
Is the audio delay set too high?
I think you were speaking. Were you speaking Russian then?
Might as well have been.
Now you got a fucking clue what you just said to me.
AJ Mason said, Kieron, have you got your audio display set too high? Remove by Putin.
No, it's on like 80%, 70%, 75%.
They say Jezza also said badly dubbed Kung Fu movie again.
You can all kiss my ass. I bet it's the kids upstairs doing something.
There might be. Are they on some energy drawing game or other, or something
probably
like that?
Jesse's probably playing Sims 4 and he's probably playing bloody Minecraft or something online, knowing him.
Ding.
But it should affect it because I'm connected via the cable, so it shouldn't really affect that.
I don't know. Tell us what you're vaping on, Kieron.
I'm vaping on the. It comes up on the camera. The Gamo RTA.
Yep, gotcha. Yep.
And then I've got the Blood of Viking from Dripax. I'm vaping on the Cthulhu AAO as always. And then I've got my Pinaco tobacco from Juice Cabin. And I'm on the Imperia RTA on the side-by-side. And then I've got the Unreal Squared, which is going to be the pineapple and passion fruit from Dispergo. And that's it. Just those three things.
And your camera and lips are working fine now. It just clicked and went right. So I don't know what that is.
Don't know.
Weird.
No clue.
Quite strange. Quite strange. To be fair, there was an upgrade my end on Ecamm Live tonight, so I'm just hoping it wasn't that. But anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, I was gonna put a build in this thing tonight for everyone.
Yeah, I could just see what Dean just put there about the processor. It's not the processor, so it could be the bandwidth issue. Because just check the processor. It's only at 12%, so it's not that.
Dunno. Swirling Monk. I'm not religious, but I'm praying for the guys being forced to fight in this war, both sides. Yeah, it's it's horrific, absolutely horrific. I don't. Half the Russians don't even know why they're there, do they?
No. They don't want to be there.
Mainly, most of the ones who obviously on the Russian side are doing it mainly probably out of fear.
Yeah.
Fear of persecution, or I can't. I can't obviously speak for them, but that's because obviously Putin's obviously got this kind of grip on the country. Like if you don't do as you said, you may face jail time, charges, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know, but there's starting to be a bit of an uprising and St. Peter's Square and that, isn't there? But as quick as they're protesting, they're getting arrested, aren't they? But they can't arrest everyone if they go en masse. But I guess also that social media is hard to come by there, and they're probably not getting the facts. Although someone said to me that I think it's TikTok. They can see TikTok. That's uncensored and can watch it. So they're probably getting more of an idea from places like that. I don't know, but I just think it's absolutely disgusting, and I think we should. I've actually felt. I'll be honest now. I'll just put the cards on the table. That's affected me badly. I've come up in like blotches on my skin. I'm getting really anxious. Not for my own safety. That's not what I'm getting anxious about. It's the poor people of Ukraine. What have they done? Nothing. And we get told we must recycle bottles and things like that. And then in the same news, there was about global warming is reaching the point of it's too late. And then you've got bombs hitting buildings and all this carnage. And you just think, oh, is man on self-destruct? Is it really? And that's, I just find it disgusting. And I think we need, never mind my flag saying say no to war, we need to do more. I don't know what that more is. I don't know what the answer is, but we need to do more.
Yeah.
And, that's my opinion on it. And, if people don't like that opinion, unlucky. That is my opinion. Just, I don't know if you boys got anything to add to that. But
I just think that it's obviously it's been blown out of it's been blown into proportions, and egos have probably been bruised on the Russian side of things, and that's why it's a bit like it's like a playground. In my opinion, Russia's the bully. Obviously, again, I don't know what's happened behind closed doors in politics, but from what you see on the news, it's essentially the country, Russia, sorry, is actually picking on the smaller country, in my opinion.
Money, greed.
It's all over land, isn't it?
It's money and greed. Where to put a pipeline for oil, blah, blah, blah. But it's just... It just beggars belief, doesn't it? I'm just astounded, absolutely astounded. These cluster bombs and that as well. They're not even, they're targeting residential areas.
Mm-hmm.
And it said in the news he may have broken like the laws of war, and you just think may have done.
He has, hasn't he? Of course he has.
He has.
There is no may, but
because again, obviously, because I'm obviously the youngest here, but aren't you supposed to have a declaration of war as well before you actually go to war? Like, let's say, like Putin decides he wants to go to war, doesn't he need to go to like a committee, and they sign off on it? So it's like unanimous.
Russia doesn't work like that, does it? We would work like that, but Russia, that is his word goes, and it's because he's been in power for so long. He's got almost blasé over what he can do and what he can't do, and people are frightened, as you said earlier, James, of him. They don't want to, no one will question his judgment. But
they really should be.
Yeah, I believe they should.
And and this is obviously not a blight because obviously being the only Scot here, I don't think Boris is the guy for the job. Honestly, I don't think he's the guy for the job. To try and get this kind of resolved in some way or issue. I don't think he's the right person for it.
I don't know. Well, who's better? I don't know. Who's better? Who's worse?
To be honest with you, I'd rather take Trump over Biden. Let's be fair.
Well, yeah, but Trump said that he congratulated him on what a tactic. So, no to that one. Tam Dare, what's Tam book? Would like to say a big thank you to Mark. Bought some stuff off you over the past few months and a great service and very fast. The coils are amazing, so thanks, much appreciated. Thank you, Tam. That's a lovely comment. Much appreciated. Evening, Jay. I bought one, Jay. Apparently it was you who didn't send me one. I bought one. I bought the wrong one. I bought the G, not the GT. Value custom.
My only question is, if this were to go again, that actually just answers the question. If this were to go to a world war, do you think that would be a conclusion? Mushroom cloud. Do you think that might be something nuclear war?
Well, I mean that's really, if he didn't have that, I don't think we'd be as tolerant. That option, we wouldn't be as tolerant. I don't think, but. I just don't know. There's part of me, and this is going to sound radical, but there's part of me that says, do you know what? I can't see him do what he's doing to these people. So do your worst, and you know what would you do with a school bully? You'd smack him on the snout as hard as you could, wouldn't you? Because that's what I was always taught to do. That's absolutely the best way to get rid of a bully. Well, why are we pandering to him and saying, "Can you please stop"? You know, it should be forced. Stop. And beyond that, I've also in my head, I don't feel comfortable if China do help him with this war. Naturevape will not be buying any products from China. I'll tell you that now. And I don't care if Naturevape does go bust. And I know Victor Mullin won't care because that's what he asked for. But I don't care. I would sacrifice that myself for my own beliefs and what I feel good about inside. And so that shows how strong I feel about it. There are other places to buy things anyway, but it's no secret that China do supply the bulk of my stuff. But I think we've got to make a stand, haven't we? I remember as a child, there was everyone in the time of the mini metro being released and things like that. Everyone was buy British. There was Union Jacks on all the products that were British. So people, even though they perhaps cost a bit more, were buying British products to support Great Britain. And that seems to have gone, that sort of thoughts, we're all, and I'm guilty of it as well, do I buy this from China or the British equivalent, which is double the price? Well, no, I'll buy this one because it's just as good and it's cheaper. So I'm just as guilty of that. But it's just a shame we can't compete and perhaps support. I think there'll be a lot of lessons learnt from this thing all round, really. I think I've probably said too much as well, but I just feel so strongly about it all.
It's got to be said, hasn't it?
You what, Kieron?
Yeah, that's how you feel. You got to say how you feel. I think we all feel
that is how
about it.
Yeah.
Because the only I get that, and I understand how you feel, of course, because obviously everyone's opinion in this is all completely valid. I think the only reason that China would maybe do it is like something Jesuit said there. It's out of fear that they're going to get nuked again, like they were before. And that was Japan, wasn't it? They might get a nuclear threat on them. So that's could also be a possibility as well.
Yeah, but because of NATO, no country within NATO would ever threaten nuclear without having the whole of NATO behind them, and that would never happen, would it? If France said we're going to do whatever nuclear, then England would say no, you're not. Germany would say no, you're not, and So would everyone else. And they say, all right, we're not then. It's good, and that's what would happen. But, because we are all part of NATO. I mean, do you think Ukraine should be fast-tracked into the EU or even NATO? I don't know. They've been trying, haven't they, for a long time to be part of NATO, and they helped they helped us in not Iraq. What was the other one? The other war conflict.
The Russians helped us. World War II.
No, the Ukraine did. Ukraine. So they've fought with us, So why aren't we helping them more? Anyway,
that's a good question.
Yeah, although they aren't part of NATO, of course. But it's Dean saying you've got anything running in the background. I think Kieron, actually, yours is all right now. I think it seems to have settled itself, whatever the problem was. Oh, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm still trying to sort it out, but I can't see what's wrong with it. That's all. It's weird. You should carry on. I was going to say, yeah.
Right. Well, shall we?
It was from what I can see, Carly just said it was the Afghan war, so it could have been the Afghan
war.
It was
Afghan war. That's correct.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Yeah, and they helped with that. So, it just seems weird why we're not doing more. Gary Watson, very good question. Mark, any news on the fill plugs for the Ripley? They will be coming soon because I have ordered the new bridge for the billet box that you can't see because of the battery. Well, you can see it there, that one, which is made by Ambition Mods. So I'll get them at the same time. But I'm glad you mentioned it because I did forget to ask. So I'll message her a little later. Yeah, Dean says the audio's spot on. Now it was for a little while, and then it went funny again. So
I'm not sure what the hell it is. It's a Wi-Fi or not, because it's not a computer. Like I said, I've checked the processors, checking all that. Nothing there.
Must be the Wi-Fi then. Go and tell the kids to play Scrabble and get off the internet.
I just did. They're not on it. But there was films on the little USB pens. They're not on you. So, like I say, it's been weird since last week. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down. So nothing has solved the problem yet. Obviously. Pain in the ass.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people agree. In general, I think, how could you disagree on? Really, how could you? Timey kangaroo down sport. What's that? Rolf Harris. What's that all about?
Rolf Harris.
Well, that's a bit of light relief, I suppose. Jezbert. Just to say, I never expect to be talking about conflict on our continent again, and the fear of nuclear weapons is very real this time. Watching the refugees on the news, it is heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Mark Trigwell, yeah, I'm with you. You might as well. People, if you've been watching this show or watching me or talking to me over the years, you pretty much know how I feel about things anyway. So it probably comes as no surprise what I've said tonight. Imagine they're persecuting the families of the guys. The question don't fight. Yeah. Anyway, we ought to lighten this up a bit because it is a vaping show, but it's topical, and I feel that we had to do a little bit, of discussion about it. I've reading all the comments. I won't put them all on the screen, but I think everyone is pretty much in agreement. So, something you mentioned earlier, James, about the Artemis.
Yes.
Kieron's gone again. I was going to wait for Kieron.
You can still hear us, can't you, Kieron?
No, he's gone.
He's definitely gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
When he comes back, he's a prick. He comes back.
Isn't it horrible when you're struggling with your broadband and that, though?
It's a pain in the ass.
I've had it before.
I'm surprised you were like, no, it's okay. But the back of my head was going, he's going to kill me this week. This is the week Mark is going to kill me. So I totally share Kieran's pain. Absolutely.
Yeah, Mark Trigger. Well, thank you, Mark. A lot of people won't agree with me on that, but that's just how I feel. I think they're changing their tune now, aren't they? I hope they are. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, we'll say what it is. Basically what happened. I'll put it down the bottom here. Let's clear the decks. No, you know what it is. The Artemis 2 with the wires inside, dangly wires, and Dean's in chat, so hopefully he's still there, so we can talk about it. Basically, before they went on their Chinese holiday, they sent me a pre-production sample of these. In fact, they sent me five. Five, 4 or 5. I sent one to James, one to Kieron, one to Jackson, one to Dean. I had one myself. But in their rush before they went on holiday, they actually sent me the wrong one. They sent me one that they haven't even made yet, and it's like the next one along. The model it should have been, and I believe Mike Vapes has reviewed both. Someone told me that, I think it was Daniel mentioned that he's reviewed both. He's shown both on his review. The one that's coming is the cotton version, so it hasn't got these steel ropes. So we wait and see. But I feel a bit embarrassed in a way because James has. I think you've done your review, haven't you, James?
I have, yeah.
And Dean has done his. I think Dean has released his, which is fair enough. If you want to release yours, James, I don't see the harm. You've just got a lot of the top, the build deck and everything is the same. It's only the bottom that is different. So
from what Mark's saying is, like, because you had sent us the pictures to show us the difference. The tanks are identical, apart from you don't have this cage around the bottom, and there's no wire, there's no stainless steel cables. It's literally just like your very old Genesis, RDTA. That's all it is, and you put your cotton down the holes, and you don't have any cable. That's the only thing that's really different.
I'm wondering if I can see the pictures.
I think the top cap's slightly different, like the design is slightly different, but the idea is still the same. Still the same airflow, I think, as well.
Right. Here we are. Let's see if I can plug my phone in and you'll see the difference. Plug it in without... I have to plug it in, and the trackpad's on the same wire, so out with one, in with the other.
Yep, so the top caps are identical. The only thing that's different is on a technical basis is the bottom half is different. That's it.
Kieran's back. Hello, Kieron.
There we go.
Hello.
Right,
We're just having a wee chat about the Artemis 2, and I think Mark is going to be up on the screen, and he's explaining essentially what happened. But you got obviously said.
How does that look?
What's that? Better?
Yeah, you seem all right. There you go. So the one we got is the top coiler, which is the one with the wires on. But the one they're actually releasing is the RDTA. And the only real difference between the two is the deck is the same. It is just the wire wicks and the base, from what I understand. Yep. So there you go. There you have it. That's the picture they sent me. So if Dean's still watching, I hope that's clear as mud, Dean. There you go. So what was that?
It's just me. Don't worry. One second. I was getting a public chat back.
Right. Okay. So I think that's covered that anyway. I'm still reading down the chat. There's still a lot of people commenting on the war. Tam's got to go. All right, Tam. Thank you for tuning in. And anyone else got anything to say?
Mark Trigwell at the very bottom. I know obviously you're making your way down there, but he's asked you a direct question.
Has he? All right.
Yes.
Curly Chew is on the. Oh no, my trackpad's not working. It's like the wheels falling off tonight, and it really is.
All happens today, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Gary Watson. Something needs to happen there. Curly Chew's off. See ya, Curly Chew. Rebooting router, Adrian Mason. Eat my baby, evening, Mark. How are you? Long time no see. Right, who asked a question? Mark Trigwell?
Mark Trigwell. He asked you directly.
There you go. Let's have a look. What's he put? Would you consider UK? Oh, right, yeah. E-Juice based in Italy. I would always consider something like that. Yes, I would, Mark. Yeah, I would. Yeah, if it's good stuff, yes, I would. Haven't tried it personally, but yeah. And if you know them, yeah, the answer on that would be yes. I'd certainly look into it. What does that mean from Adrian? I'm mystified.
That's an arrow.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I think that means he's concurring with Daniel.
Oh, is he? Right, okay. Oh, I feel for you. Yeah.
Like, feel for you.
Yeah.
Look what I said, what he said. So I think that's what that is.
Yeah, don't be like that, James. He's doing his best.
Yeah, don't be like that, James. I'm trying my best.
Kieron.
He's making me sound like a black guy here.
Chill. Don't worry. We know it's not your fault. It's so bloody annoying when it happens.
Honestly, look, when you were away, there was at one point, there was at times where I thought to myself, "This is the week that Mark is going to kill me." When I think
it's
so
a
many
bit better now, though.
It is. That seems better. I don't know what it was, but
I can tell you what it was, but I'm not going to say it and embarrass myself.
Well, your lips still aren't in tune.
Yeah, I thought it may be the cable, so I unplugged it back in again, but obviously not.
No,
I have no idea. No idea.
Then in that case, you haven't embarrassed yourself. But
no,
I mean, from where I live, which is really rural, my broadband used to be absolutely awful. Even watching a YouTube video, I'd watch it so far, then you get that, and then it'd start playing again. And I couldn't go. I tried to go on one live show, and it was just so embarrassingly bad that I said I ain't doing it again until I get a decent broadband. So, no one understands it more than me. But last week you were at the reason we weren't here last week, James. You were at a management meeting thing, weren't you, with your firm?
Yep.
Kieron had no internet or power, or just internet?
Well, the thing is here right now, I'm looking at my settings. Yeah, I'm plugged in via the cable, but it's saying I'm connected via Wi-Fi, and my cable's saying no internet. But it's all plugged in to the box as well.
That's weird.
I'm connected to Wi-Fi, not the cable, but the cable's on my computer. The cable's in the box over there, but it's just saying no internet via the cable.
Have you try a different hole for your cable going into your modem in your hub? Put it in a different hole and see if you can connect to it. That's what it is. Then you're trying to work off Wi-Fi, which is why it's not working very well.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I know, James. Adrian, I know he does.
Okay. I do understand emojis. I'm old enough to understand them. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm young enough to understand them.
I just about understand that emoji. The old thumbs up, nothing else. Yeah. I remember a guy who worked for me, his mother used to send him like LOL all the time, LOL all the time. And he said, "Why are you sending me the LOL all the time?" She said, "Love you lots." And he said, "It doesn't stand for that." See, the older generation, we try, but sometimes it doesn't work. Jezza. Oh, Telling you that it's like watching your grandparents booking the saga holiday online. Yeah, I suppose it probably is. This way up from Guy Stewart. Yep. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Never mind. Oh well. So I've missed a few reefs, but where's Jackson? Yeah, Jackson has retired, Gary. He's moved on. He's moved on and off. So yeah, no more Jackson. He's welcome to pop on from time to time, whatever. But yeah, he's not a regular caster anymore. So have you got anything other than the Artemis coming up for review, James?
I've got the Atocha coming up. I've got the Valkyrie. I've got the tail end of the Valkyrie to sort my final thoughts with that one. Normally I do the review kind of on the day, but what I had done was I did like all the unboxing on the table, and then I took a week away from it and used it solely, and tomorrow is when I actually finalize it and give my actual thoughts of what it's like to use.
Right.
A bit more in depth.
Yeah. No, I think it's I always try a bit like, I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't done my review on this Artemis. I never did mine, and I suppose I've had a lot of pre-production samples in my time, an awful lot, and they've bit me on the bum more than 3, 4, 5 times. That you sort of do your review, and I think, right, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to do the review ready, so when it does come out, I'll just hit the fire button. There's nearly always something that changes, nearly always. And much as I really like Ambition mods, they're buggers for it. I mean, look at the Easy mod. They bought out the Easy mod. It was brilliant, and then they went to their main production run and they changed the 510, how the 510 goes inside, and they made a mistake. They tried basically to do it a cheaper way, and it backfired on them enormously. And I remember Todd did a review of it, and I thought he was just being nasty. I thought, there's no issues like that. What's he on about? And it wasn't until I looked at a newer sample myself, and I thought, yeah, he's right. So they changed it instantly again, but they the one thing I'll give Ambition mods, they always rectify their mistakes. Always. So like they sent another product with this thing, knock everything off. What this little 18350 mod with a chip. And the chip it wasn't faulty, but there was a few faulty ones. And they sent me all the chips to replace in these with brand new chips. Just said, can you open the packet out, throw the chip away, and supply these. So they are good like that. They are good.
Yeah, I mean, even though like things like the rip, obviously the rip plate is it's mass production. The quality was I was genuinely blown over by.
Yeah,
the quality of working in a shop myself, and you maybe open the packaging to put something out onto the display cabinet, and you're like, this is covered in glue. You've got to try and clean it off, make it look nice for customers, and you're just like, what the bloody hell is going on with some of these things, But when I received that when you sent that on to myself, and it was opened the packaging, everything was where it was supposed to be. The machinery and the tolerances were really good, and I was like, and this is going to be mass produced. I went, this is a really good tank.
Yeah, it is, and the build quality of their stuff is very, very good. I don't think they've made any other. Well, if you think about the Bishop itself, where's my sample? Is it this one? No. Here it is. Here. Bloody Kieron's in and out like a whatnot.
There he is.
It was any better there. The original
It's
Bishop
the last try.
keeps flying in and out.
Bring
The
it
original
over.
Bishop, I don't know if you can see it, had the airflow on an airflow ringlet. That was the pre-production one, and that was why I didn't buy them, because I thought it was garbage. I didn't like it. And it was only Nathan from Net Vapor who did a review of the Bishop and said how good it was. I was like, eh? And I respect Nathan's opinion. I thought, what have I missed? And watched it, and someone said to me, a lot of you in chat actually put me straight and said that the airflow isn't like yours, Mark. It's got 2 pins. So they changed it completely. And yes, I agreed with Nathan. That was a good one. So yeah, it's quite weird. Quite weird. I think it was just a lack of communication between me and Ambition Mods on that initially. But I soon put it right, and we soon stocked them. How you doing now, Kieron?
No.
No. Did you just leave to kick the cat then, or?
Oh, God.
Oh dear. Mr. Intense here. Kieron, if at first you don't succeed, try another 76 times. Don't let it beat you. He'll find it in the end.
Absolutely. I'm just looking down. A lot of people are, saying support European products, and
yeah, I was just reading
Mark's saying that he's
Trigwell.
That's the one.
That's the one. The Spiral, Mark. I think you emailed me, Mark. I'm sure you did. If you didn't, someone else did. I think it was you. I know I've got them somewhere, and I went to all the places I thought they were, and I couldn't find them. But I will. One day I'll stumble across them looking for something else. I know it'll happen. Or if I find it in the meantime. So keep pestering me about that. And if I can't, I'll ask Ambition Mods to send me one so that you can have one. So I'll get it sorted. Don't worry. But yeah,
you just need a bigger shed. That's what you need.
Keep
a
nagging
bigger
me.
shed, more shelves.
Stuff, everywhere stuff. Loads of it. And I know I've seen them. I remember I've got this, when you've got this memory of opening a box and you think, yeah, I've got them in there as well. And they're not I know they're not in the right place. They're not where they should be. But I can't remember where that place is. So, but I will find it. Yeah. Kieron's auditioning. Thank you, Daniel. Showing the links for James's channel. Presumably you'll send Kieron's there as well. Kieron's actual YouTube channel's all right, because his camera normally works and he stays live. If you enjoyed the show, give it a thumbs up. Cry, it's not that time, is it? Oh, you're a bit earlier tonight, Danny. He's usually about 9:30 for that one. He's a bit
I think he's just super keen.
YouTube is playing fine. Yeah, I don't know. That's from Kieron. And yeah, some Ukrainian support. And yeah, we just say again, we must do more. Get the estate manager to have a look, Mark. I haven't got one of them. Do you know what? I even thought, have I got room to put up a family from Ukraine? Just put them up, let them stay. And, then I thought, could I fund an Airbnb for a family or something? I've had all sorts going through my mind to try and do my bit to help. Probably the best thing I can do is just give some money to Red Cross, isn't it?
Yeah, and just anybody that's helping them. Absolutely.
The trouble with all these charities is, which is why I often don't give as much as I'd like to, is that you never know if the money actually gets to where it should get to. That's what always niggles in my head, and that's why I try and perhaps more help people directly, so I can, not because I want praise back or anything directly, just so I know the money has gone there. I mean, someone like the British Red Cross, I'm confident and happy that they would, use those funds correctly, but not all do they? Unfortunately, you hear of that time and time again, don't you?
You hear of it some of it goes to the government, and you're like, it's meant to go to charity, and you end up getting annoyed because you think you're doing a good deed, and it's being either taxed or it's been backhanded somehow. And
well, and it's more like you hear that the manager of the charity has just bought himself a new 5 Series BMW, as a company car. You think that's not why I gave my hard-earned to charity, so you could drive a flash car around. That's the sort of thing that normally niggles me. Well, it's a shame about Kieron, isn't it? I don't know if he's going to try and come back. Hopefully he is. But we're nearly 9:30, and that is, what is 9:30, James? It's stocks time.
It's stocks time. Disclaimer on screen.
So where's my little screen? It's just, it's only been a fortnight since we've done this, and it just feels so much longer that I just feel rusty as rusty things. I don't even know where that screen is. Where is it? It's gone. Screen, no, that's not it. Ah, here we are. Is it this one? Yeah, there you go. Read it out, James.
For all information and opinions discussed on the show are for entertainment purposes only and are no way to be considered as financial advice.
Well done. You read that well. Last week, because we didn't have a show, I did put on the thumbnail that no show tonight, but my stock pick is, and I said it was Block, which is the formerly Square. So let's open up my free trade facial ID. Right, let's see if we can get that back up. iPhone.
While Mark's doing this, everyone in chat, if you've done, if you're going along with this, let us know what you've.
Yeah, I know one or two of you are going along with it, so let us know what you decided to do. So I went with Block last week, and I've obviously got a bit lucky because they've already gone up 36.93%, which is formerly Square. They went down a long way, and I always try and get a bit of value, and I try and look to see when they're hopefully finding some sort of level. But that wasn't really the case with Block. They were heading down hard, but I think then released higher profits than anyone expected for their earnings, and they shot straight back up again. And I just happened to time it right, which you get unlucky in life and you get lucky in life. So I'm not going to say it was because I did anything clever or anything like that. It's just I had a bit of luck. So that's up. Lovely. We were aiming for, was it 7% or 8%, James?
8%.
8% for the year. Well, Block has already just murdered that, hasn't it? It's gone all over that. It could go down again, but at the minute it's 36.92% up. Cloudflare's gone up. That's now 7.89% up. That was 25% down, I think, at one point. So it just shows how they can move. Centimin's up. That's a gold mining company in, I think it's Mexico, Centimin. And you get dividends with that as well. Today's pick, though, is the one underneath it, Robinhood. Now, I don't know if you know what Robinhood is, James. That's a bit like our trading app that we use here. It's an American one. Robinhood's the biggest, most popular one in America. And again, their shares, if I go over the maximum amount of time, there you go, have just gone down and down and down and down. When they were released, you can see the spike at the top. Everyone, like a lot of shares, when they first float the business, there's this, everyone gets excited and can't wait to jump on it, and then they slowly start to peter off and drop away. And I just looked at that as, again, a bit of value, and they look like they're kind of leveling out a bit, and hopefully now they'll go on the U-turn. So I just thought a bit of value on that one. And other than that, I think I'm all in negative. Zoom, very much in negative. I got that one wrong, didn't I? 23% down. Fresnillo at the bottom there, that's a silver miner. They're 13% up. They're going up nicely. The dotted line is where I bought them, and up they go. So got that one right as well. And again, that's a company with dividends. Interestingly, I'll show. While I might as well show you my watch list. I'm a little bit annoyed at myself. I thought I had a bit more time to buy some silver and some gold and some uranium miners. In my personal stocks, I've got them, but I thought I had a bit more time for this. But so I put them on the watch list, and I think you can see what's happened. They're all up like 20 odd %, 30%. So I didn't have as much time as I thought. They're all climbing nicely. Kieron's joining us again. Let's try and put Kieron on there. So, and the ones at the bottom, which I've only recently added, is the physical platinum, gold, silver, and underneath there, do you know what the bottom two are, James? Can you read them?
Canopy growth and
Sundial growers. They're just two I want to watch. They're cannabis growers in Canada. And I just want to keep an eye on them, just see what happens, really. I think, not that I'm not saying I agree with cannabis, take that off, or anything like that, but I think it will be used as a therapy drug eventually. I think we will see the benefits of it, and I just think it's probably going to be good long term. So, and we're all, with this, I'm talking about sort of 10 years, aren't I? So, who knows what happens in 10 years? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew.
Literally the first comment that came up there from Graham, I was like, for God's sake.
I knew that would come. I knew that would come. Involved in drug dealing now.
That was not that. This was obviously something I remember watching on YouTube. It was about a guy who had like really bad tremors or was Parkinson's.
Yeah, could have well been.
It was like it was physical Tourette's. It was like something like that, and he just couldn't stop moving. And I remember his friend said, "I'm going to give you some weed to smoke," and his tremors stopped within 20 minutes, and he was at full peace, and he was like tears in his eyes. So there obviously is something to it. It basically stopped all his muscles from spasming, and I was like, this is why this kind of stuff should be legal for that kind of person. Like, so he can actually, his body can have a break, you know?
There are some parents buying it for their kids that have got whatever illness or disability they've got. People, I think it's when their children have fits and it stops them having these fits, but they can't get it on National Health. And you'd think there'd be an exception for people like that, but I suppose it is difficult to judge how you're gonna do it. But yeah, so they're my they're my fill. I mean, the other thing worth noting, I'm not looking for a pat on the back here, but I don't know if I can show it to you on here. The stock market, all I keep reading is stock market's crashed. It's all gone bandy. The wheels falling off. It's crashed. It's all doom. Well, I don't think. To picture of Tina again there. Look, newer version. Oh, it's a new version. I don't think. Where's my insights? I'm up 3.76%. Well, I don't call that crashing. So I think I've done all right, really. I'm pleased. In an environment where a lot of stocks have gone massively down. I mean, I know Tesla went right down. It went from 12,000 to about 8,000, didn't it? Tesla. So, and I know that because I felt the pain. I've got Tesla shares. I think it will go back up again, but it's just a
with his next venture.
What's that? Me? No.
With Tesla, but their next venture, whatever that may be, it'll probably shoot up after that.
I went for a ride in a Tesla last Wednesday. One of the guys that I know in the motor trade, I just bumped into him and he was wearing a Tesla jacket. And I laughed. I said, well, you're taking the mickey out of the company you're with, are you? Because he worked for BMW. He said, no, I work for Tesla now. He said, we're building a new site in Norwich and blah, blah, blah. So I said, oh, great, really pleased for you. He said, have you ever been in one? I went, no, I haven't actually had a ride in one. No, so I've taken dents out of them, but I haven't actually been in one. He said, go on, get in. And I got in this thing. I'm no kidding, James. He hurt my neck. This thing does
it's fast.
0 to 60 in 2 point something seconds or 3 seconds. Yep. Nuts. And there's no like wheel grab or anything else either. It's just sheer speed and gone. And you just think that's just nuts.
It's well, I know it's not obviously the same car or whatever, but the Cybertruck that Tesla had done, can they've hooked it up to an F1 450 Raptor, which is at the time was the strongest and most powerful 4x4 in America. They tethered the two tow bars together, and the Cybertruck has the same technology as the Tesla. Made mincemeat of it, and that is a proper engine in a car, and this thing just destroyed it because it's instant power. The torque is basically instant. That's why you're like, my neck is sore. It's like a knee-jerk reaction.
What a people!
You're not going to buy one then?
No, I don't think. If they made a van, I might well buy a van of them. I quite like the thought. You'll laugh at this. I mean, fuel prices. Jesus Christ, where are we going with them? But I quite like the thought of turning up to a main dealers and doing their dents and plugging my van into their electric while I'm doing it. Is that
Absolutely.
wrong? It's like getting paid.
While I'm getting your dents out, can I just put a $5 worth in?
Well, no, just plug it in.
They probably say all right because, like, at the end of the day, you're making things look nice for them, so they might as well go. Well, I got them here. I need to get them home.
Yeah, but it is like getting paid twice, isn't it? It would be like, if you think of the equivalent, it would be like taking a dent out of the car for them and siphoning the fuel out at the same time and putting it in your own. It's very similar. It's quite funny. It makes me laugh, things like that anyway. Yeah, Josh, not heard of it, the Colombian drug kingpin. I expect cannabis to be legal within 5 years. USA led the way. A lot of other countries looking at revenue and jumping it. Yeah, you're right there, Jez. I mean, it's already had its boom, hasn't it? But it's like a lot of these things, it's boomed and it's coming back down again. But it could just be a nice little place to buy a bit in. Kieron,
I think the main reason why I was going to say.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, don't worry, Kieron. It's so annoying when it happens, and we'll catch up and do a test with your internet or something. We'll get it fixed, and next week you'll be all revved up and ready to go. Yeah, ludicrous mode it really is. I've been in a lot of fast cars, performance cars. I've never been in anything like that. That's the truth ever. So
I've not been in a Tesla, but I have been in like hybrids that the engine doesn't switch on until certain gears, and it's the weirdest thing. All you hear is the tires. It's like, obviously with the Tesla, when it's got it in ludicrous mode, it has a slight hum or whine. It's very faint.
I was too busy trying to hold on to my head because honestly, I've got neck problems, and someone pulls away like that, and it was really hurting me. But yeah, and that night I was like, neck's bad tonight. It really was. So I haven't told him that because he'd feel bad. But Mark Trigwell, some BMA papers support the use of cannabis for certain conditions. Just a matter of time. Yeah, I think it is a matter of time, and I think, if you think about the other stuff that we're not allowed to say, that I shouldn't have probably said cannabis so much either, should I? Never mind. If you can fire rockets at buildings, you can talk about cannabis, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, they take the addictive and the high part out, for subd.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and it's still got its quality as it was meant for. So it's all about, using stuff in the right way, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Mr. Intel. I think a lot of people feel sorry for you tonight, Kieron, for that. It is really annoying. Ian Morgan, anonymous hackers are going for Tesla. You ain't seen somebody tonight. Lynn Smith. Sorry, Lynn. I meant to say hello to you earlier, Lynn. I saw you in chat and we got talking about something else and that passed by, but I apologise and good evening. I did see you in chat a lot earlier. Really?
I saw that as well. That's why I'm kind of like, what the hell?
Well, there, bosh. Venues can offer charge as well. Charges you visit, and if you electric is interesting. Yeah, I just saw the funny side of that.
Yeah. One of the things that obviously, because we all know that the price, energy prices are all going up. What's that going to be like to try and run an electric, like a Tesla? What's that going to do to like your overall monthly bill?
What for electric? Well,
yeah,
I'm a bit confused about electric. When I bought this house, it had one of those plastic keys that you had to go to the convenience store or post office or whatever and get £100 put on them or whatever. I think there was a maximum I could put on it. But so while it was a bit annoying, it was also in a way quite nice because you knew that you put £100 on, you had to buy it before you used it, which is quite nice. There's no hidden bills or anything like that. And part of that I actually quite enjoyed. But what I didn't enjoy is like when we had COVID and you couldn't get to shops so easily and you didn't feel you wanted to go anywhere, that wasn't so nice. Mm-hmm. So they kept trying to get me to have a smart meter and have this thing took out and put me on a proper account so that I pay like as a monthly bill, which I agreed to. Now, I was paying then, I don't know if people in chat will say this is right or wrong, or about right. Maybe stuff has just gone up more than I think. But it was about £100 a month when I was doing it with this key. And in the winter, maybe in a 3-month period, I'd put 4 lots of 100 on. So, but it was around about £100 a month. My bill's now over £200 a month. And that seems a lot. Since I put this smart meter in and changed my thing, it's like they've put me on a different tariff or something. And I must check it. But it just seems crazy money to me. It's doubled. Has everyone's doubled? Has yours doubled? I'm talking about the last 2 years.
I think it has increased. Normally, the other half normally deals with all.
I was going to say you don't know because you don't pay the bloody bill.
I don't actually know. She would be able to tell you better than I would. I normally just go here. I normally just make the money, come in, entertain the kids, and if she goes away and does all the bills and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of how our relationship works.
So you can't answer that question. So, all right, and James, how much is a litre of milk?
Well, that varies, to be honest with you, because in Tesco, like if I were to go for, I don't know, 2 pints, 2 pints of milk, it's 120, something like that.
Oh, yeah. So you do know the price, and you're better than me because I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
I buy it so I can have coffee at the shop, so that's how I know roughly. Well, it depends on where I go.
Right. Okay. Lee, yeah, mine's up. See, this is up 55%. I mean, that is monthly just went up by 180 a month. See, yeah, everyone's just going up though. It's not just me. That to me, that's just massive. That increase, massive, isn't it? It's absolutely nuts. And when they're trying to get you to buy these electric cars and things, it's a bit of a piss take, isn't it? When it's like, oh yeah, so I'm paying a lot more for the car, but I'll save a bit on electric because I can top it up when I get home, and it'll be cheaper than buying petrol. Not this rate. It's not. It's no difference. They get you every which way, don't they?
Mm.
It's gone up a lot.
It's like the way that how everything's working now. It's obviously like if they want electric cars to be the future or be like the new fuel, then they have to bring the energy prices down if they want that to happen, because you're basically taking away with one and then you're adding it again with another. So you're removing the cost of petrol, but your utilities are going up because you've got to make sure you've got enough power in your car so you can go to work.
Yeah,
it's a bit daft.
I think oil went to over $100 a barrel today, didn't it? Went over it. That's just crazy. So I guess this is a vaping show. So back to vaping. We don't talk about vaping much these days. We should talk about it more. There will be quite an interesting new company that I'm going to be dealing with. So there's some exciting bits for some in the future. So hopefully I'll give you a bit more news on that. That's my little carrot dangle for now. And they're not Chinese. Where could they be from? Not Chinese. The Artemis, I'll be getting those as soon as I think they're releasing them on the 15th of March. I think that's when they're hoping to release them. Although in parts of China, again, there's more COVID lockdowns, aren't there? So we're having that to deal with as well again now. So that's all. It just seems like one thing after another, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Really,
it really does. Like, no, I saw everyone in chat knows. This is the first time I'm hearing about this new company that he's working with. And now I'm even intrigued. I'm going to be bugging him all week. Of like, go on. He'd be like, nah, I'm not telling you nothing.
I've known for a little while, but I haven't said anything because nothing was finalised. And, you know, they'll be exclusive to me in the UK. So that I'm quite looking forward to it. So charge, what's this guy's put on here? It's to pay for a green future. Yeah, we use less energy these days. Prices keep going up. Yeah, we're getting more and more efficient, aren't they? But they've got to get the money from somewhere, so they keep putting the price up. Charge for an electric vehicle is 1p per mile, so 1.5p per mile now. Still good. Is it 1p a mile? I don't think it is, Guy.
I don't have a clue.
Again, though, it depends on the electric vehicle, because some of them, if you drive them in a certain way, they charge themselves up while they're driving, so you get more, you know, from that point of view as well. But smart meters, no thanks. I was told, Nick, I had to have one, so I said, yeah, go on then. And I exceed my budget every Friday/Saturday because it's on a weekly budget, and we even had a bloody power cut for. That's why I wasn't here last week. We had on and off power cuts for like 3 days, and I still exceeded the budget. How does that work? I didn't have any power.
I've got a feeling that smart meter is. We don't have one here, so that's why I'm only saying this, because I don't know how they work. Essentially, because we've never really been interested. We have got the key system.
You've got the key,
yeah. It's much better because like you're literally in charge of your own power, and I like that fact.
Yeah.
But, when it comes to like the smart meter, do they not charge you for you to keep that meter or to run that meter?
No, they put your new meter in. They give you this smart meter to put in your kitchen or whatever, and literally you turn the hot water on, hot tap on, you can see it up it goes. It heats the immersion or whatever again. Or you put your telly on, you can see it going up, and kettle especially, you see it going up. So. Yeah, it's only really an awareness for you of how much electric you're using. It doesn't help you in any way other than put it in your mind's eye, in your face all the time, so you can see what you're spending. But that's the only way. But like you, James, I actually quite like that key thing in a way, because mine was on the stairs, and as I walked down the stairs, I could like look at it and say, "Oh, I've only got 40 quid's worth of electric. I'll better get some more." So you can budget a bit more for you know for that kind of thing, can't you?
Absolutely.
Charging all my vape devices is getting expensive. Well, I have to say, Guy, that I use a lot of cordless tools doing what I do, as a glue gun and like a battery operated paint stripping gun, and there's my LED light thing I use as well. And the first thing I do, and not because I'm mean, it's just because I want the batteries topped up. When I get to the garages, I do just plug my batteries in. It's just habit. And I always laugh and say, I'm just using some of your nice cheap electricity. So they normally keep my batteries topped up. But it'd be no different if I was there plugging in. If I was using everything electric, I was plugging in to use it on their premise. It'd be no different, would it?
Absolutely.
Kieron's checking his settings. Hybrids are the best way for cars. Yeah, I guess you got the best of both worlds there, haven't you? In a way. That's Adrian to Kieron, trying to find that one. And Mr. Intense, what's he put? I had to put my smart meter in the hallway, was looking at it all the time. Covered it up with a tea cozy so I couldn't see it. Yeah, that's the way to treat that one. Yeah, and Kieron says using the same settings. I don't know what it is, because if it was mine, you would be lagging as well, wouldn't you? And you're not. So I don't. It's got to be Kieron's end, but I don't know what he's got. Have you tried doing a speed test, Kieron, on your broadband speed test, and see what that comes back with? But you're always better off on any of the, whether it's my channel or anyone else's, wire directly and not Wi-Fi. Go straight with a wire to the hub. Maybe your kids have just broken your wire, Kieron, just to take the grin out of you. Put a pin in the wire, aren't they? This will fix Dad on a Tuesday night.
God.
This will get in going.
I'm sorry, if my kids did that, they would be running for the house. They really would. I don't care if they're 3 and 7. I'd be chasing them to the house. Don't care.
Lee's, but remember that torch you used to wind up? You can't design a vape mod for us, Naturevape. I actually had one of those torches. They're like triggers, weren't they? Like those hand exercises, and you crunch them together, and they're like a dynamo, and they're a little torch, but they were awful. They don't work, do they? Really? They give you this faint little glimmer. But no, downloading up speeds are high. I don't know then, Kieron. I don't know. I know we missed you. All that new stuff Kieron's going to talk about tonight. Everyone will have to tune in next week to see what he's going to talk about. Anyway, we're just about there. I think by the time, James, you say your good nights and goodbyes, and unless you've got something else you wanted to discuss, I don't think I have.
I don't think. Knock yourself out a wind turbine. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. No, I think I've kind of covered everything.
Be like my fly catcher.
Well, so I'll say my goodbyes then. So to everyone in chat and everyone watching on replay, thank you very much for joining us this evening and today, tomorrow, whenever it is that you're catching up with us. It's good to see you guys all chatting and chat amongst yourselves as well. It's good to see you all having banter back and forth. It's always good to see. Thank you to Mark and to Kieron. Don't worry, I did my internet and my camera issues were worse than this. This is nothing. You'll be absolutely fine, buddy. If you need a hand with it, me and Mark will probably give you a hand if needed.
Yeah, we're qualified.
Yeah. That shows some solidarity. So, everyone, thank you again, and I will pass it over. I'll say goodbye on Kieron's behalf, unless he wants to say it in chat, and I'll pass it over to the boss man himself.
Yeah, I'll say it in chat, I reckon, won't he? Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in and all your comments. I apologise for my little rant about Ukraine, but I do feel strongly about it. I feel very sorry for them. And if anyone in any kind of authority does watch this in the UK or any other country, please, we must do more. Got to help them more. I don't know how. I'm not an expert, but we must help these people more. It's not fair. Bless them. I even wondered, you know, I thought, because you can go to a Ukrainian embassy and go and fight for them, can't you?
Mhm.
And even that's crossing my head. I thought, bloody, I'm nearer 60 than 50. I'd be like Corporal Jonesy. I don't want to go there. I'll be more of a bloody hindrance than a help. But no, I just feel really, really sorry for them. But anyway, let's move on. Lighter note. Everybody, take care. Try not to let it affect you too much. I know it's difficult because it's horrific. But until next week, thanks for watching. Take care and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.